today's video, we're going to talk about how to beat shaded down man coverage. This is something that a lot of players are having a lot of trouble moving on, but you just need to take a moment and breathe and realize that it's not that big a deal. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zane from the Zane Madden YouTube channel. And one of the most common questions I've been getting over the last few weeks is, hey Zan, what do you do against shaded down man coverage? And that's a good question. There's a lot of pro players out there running shaded down man coverage. They're either blitzing from it, they're playing two-man under, and asking their underneath players to basically stay underneath of all the routes, whether it's a corner, a whip, a slant, and it's creating problems for a lot of players in this game. So I'm going to share with you guys something that you ought to know about this game. And it's very simple. Tight ends and running backs split out wide are not pressed. Again, I'll say that. Tight ends and running backs split out wide do not get pressed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys into my offense, which is the Vikings or the Rams. We just did a massive update on gridirongameplans.gg. Go check it out. 65 plus videos, countless hours of content to help you move the ball on all the competitive metas. You guys have seen it on the YouTube channel here, the way I run it. It's very simple. It's a fun offense to run. Bobby V's been cleaning up in underground cash tournaments with this offense as well. And I've got a lot of players on my website that are having the same success. So go check it out. But this is something that's not even in it, but it's just in my playbook. In fact, what I would kind of urge you guys to do here is maybe come out in my offense, which is the single back bunch X nasty. And then you could potentially audible into the formation that I'm about to share with you. Or just come out in this play altogether and you'll be just fine. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to call X nasty. And let's say that we're getting somebody that is playing press, cover zero, shade underneath. Now I've got a million answers for this out of the X nasty. So this is one of my favorite defenses in the game to face is Overstorm Brave. Again, go check out the game plan. But if you guys want to get into something a little bit better that is going to make this a simple pitch and catch for you against a shade down, all you have to do is audible into a formation that has the tight end split out at receiver. So I'm going to audible into this one known as the gun split wide receiver backfield. Now I went the wrong way through my audibles. I went to the left. Probably go to the right with this. It'll get you there a little bit faster. But what you're going to see here is that when this happens, you notice that our tight end goes to the outside. And if we take a look at the play art here on this play, the man that is actually guarding the tight end is the safety. The game tries to man up safeties on running backs and tight ends when they're split out wide and keep DBs on wide receivers. It makes a lot of sense. It's basically best on best in terms of the way that your personnel is lined up. But at the end of the day, we still have ourselves a little bit of an issue, right? We've got this blitz that we need to pick up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block the running back, or we could use a check and release route. A lot of players honestly want to man up on the player that is guarding the running back. Now, as far as this goes, I love having short and elite at my receivers. I can put them on a short and elite Texas route, and those actually fry man-to-man coverage. Now, in terms of the rest of this, it's up to you what you want to do because we're really going to be paying attention to Kittle. Again, with the shaded down man coverage, because there is no press alignment player, their first step is aggressively at the streak route, and he's going to run right by him. And it's just the easiest pitch and catch lob for a touchdown. You saw underneath that Texas route by my short and elite receiver gets wide open over the middle. Really, again, just so much of an issue for this formation to be guarded by a shaded down man coverage. Again, if I were to be in like, say, cover one hole, for instance, shade underneath, and I were to audible into this formation, again, it's known as the gun split wide receiver backfield. It's going to send our tight end out to this position. And you see right there that the DB is aligned a little bit closer, but it's still a shade underneath. And he's going to run right. He's basically going to run right by him. So you see right here, we actually got a little bit of a jam, but again, you see right there, Kittle still got behind him. That's an aggressive catch opportunity. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you in that example with the cover one is you notice that the guy that was guarding our wide receiver in the backfield jammed him first. That's actually what stopped this from being successful. So what you would actually want to do on this, keep this in mind, is you could play off of the fact that that guy is in fact guarding him, and you could motion this guy out wide. And what that's going to do is that's going to now free you up with a one-on-one for Kittle. And you could, again, just go ahead and lob right past him, bullet it, whatever, outside pass lead. This is going to be a touchdown every single time. So that's one of a million examples of how to get your tight end out wide and get him into your offense. Very, very simple stuff when it comes to this. Now, I did also mention that running backs split out wide exhibit the same behaviors, right? So let's say that you're facing kind of a shade down man-to-man coverage meta, and you wanted to get the running back involved in this. There's a couple of different ways you could go about this. You could call a formation that splits him out wide by default, or maybe you motion him out wide to a wide receiver position, in which case the safety is going to be manned up on him. So let's say, for instance, we want to do this out of maybe the empty, we do empty base flex. Now, the issue with empty base flex is, again, when they press, this formation actually does have a wide receiver on him. So what you guys need to key in on is that sometimes there's going to be formations where the running back is automatically going to be manned up by a corner. You want to avoid those ones. However, you might have noticed on the right side, the guy that was guarding the tight end, again, was in off coverage. So that shade down is not going to behave that way. So what you guys might want to do here with this is kind of just key in on something that is going to allow you to maybe motion a guy. Take, for instance, regular bunch. This is something that you could go ahead and do this with. So again, the stock formations might align the DBs correctly. Whereas if you get something more like, this, you could say, okay, I'm just going to motion this guy out wide. And if they're going to shade down underneath on this, I know that that DB is going to run right past Fournette, and I'm going to lob it up over his head. So again, you can really easily beat this. They're going to have to manually move the player that is getting torched like this down, in which case you'll just motion the player that he's guarding away from him, and now your opponent's defense is all screwed up. So really, really simple stuff. Really, really simple stuff. Again, with this is something that I think you guys should be keying in on in your offense, no matter what. If you guys were thinking, I don't want to run this offense, but I want to use this tip, just kind of view it through the lens I just gave you. Motioning the running back when a safety is on him out to a slot receiver position, so long as you can guarantee the blitz pickup, will achieve this goal for you. Another example comes to you out of my offense that I just uploaded. So here's a little bit of a more, say for instance, we're calling something obscure like single back doubles off close. And I know that my opponent is playing a shade down man. And obviously right here, I've got the tight end. Well, I don't have to motion him at all. I just know the safety is already on him. So you could just go ahead and put the tight end on a streak and let this happen. Again, he's going to run right by him, and you could go ahead and lob that ball over the top. But you guys need to be aware of who's guarding the running back. So in that situation, because the running back was blocking on this tip, the man that was guarding him, which was Matthew, went to center field, and he was able to help out on this lob. So how do you rectify that? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to end up motioning the tight end out wide. So if they're going to play, a shaded down man-to-man look on you, you are just going to go ahead and motion this guy out wide. And now look at what you got. Again, they're pressed. They're shaded underneath. Now what's going to end up happening is that guy is going to run down, but he's got not enough help. That guy safety can't get across the formation. Your running back can be used to pick up the blitz, and you're back in business. So your running back is key. Your running back is key. Your tight end is key. Very, very important for you guys with this. Again, you see right here, same drill, right? Now in this situation, I could actually man up the tight end, or I could put the tight end on a blocking assignment. Now the running back is doing this against this player. He's going to run right by him. Fournette, lob it up, rack it, one play touchdown. Super simple stuff, guys. So if you guys are struggling with the shade down man coverage meta, just know that most players that run it do not blitz with it. And in general, you're going to be able to find the holes in the defense. If it's a cover 2 over the top of it, those are guys that are looking for the sidelines. Try to attack them in the seams with throws down the seam over the head of the guy that is running past the streak route. And then obviously if they are blitzing, just pick it up with the tight end and use the running back, or vice versa. So I hope that today's video helps you guys out. If you guys like this video, there is so much more on gridirongameplans.gg. This is just a tiny morsel of what we have to offer in the update to the game plan, in the game plan as a whole. If you guys want to see this in action, watch some of the videos I've done against Little Man, Young Tony, and other players that I have played, Z-Thumbs, and I'll be doing more commentaries as well on this channel. Otherwise, if you want to know more right away, join gridirongameplans.gg, hop in our Discord channel, and start conversing with our awesome community that's in there helping each other every single day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab, and good luck.